How do you price your home so that it sells in the Dallas-Fort Worth market? My name is Devin Cook, a luxury realtor here in DFW, and today I'm going to talk about how you price your home appropriately so that it does sell and it doesn't just sit on the market for months. Now, there are 3 different pricing scenarios that you need to consider when you're pricing your home to sell. Now, the first pricing scenario is what I call the unicorn pricing strategy, and that's where you're pricing your home high above current market value, and you're hoping to find some perfect unicorn buyer that wants your specific home on that specific piece of dirt and is going to pay you a massive premium for it. This is the strategy that is most likely going to cause your home to sit for months and months on end and potentially not even sell at all. And what this looks like in reality is if you have a home that should be selling for $1 million, that's what the fair market value for your home is, trying to price it at this unicorn pricing strategy would be pricing your home at $1,050,000 or maybe even $1.1 million when realistically it's only going to sell for $1 million. I typically never recommend this strategy to my clients because it's going to cause the most frustration and it's going to cause your home to sit on the market for the longest time period, and potentially you're not even going to get it sold. And if you do, you're probably going to be accepting a much lower offer, or you're going to have to go through significant price decreases or price improvements, as realtors like to call them. Now, the second pricing strategy is probably the most common, and that's what's called pricing your home in line with the market. And that's very simply where you're just pricing your home in line with what the market is doing. So if the market on your home is showing that it should sell for about $1 million, well, then you're pricing your home at $1 million because that's fair market value. And this is typically going to result in your home selling in a very timely fashion. You're going to get a couple showings, you're going to get some offers, and you should get it sold in a relatively short time frame. And a lot of my clients like to use this strategy, pricing right in line with the market, because it seems like the best option. However, I would argue that in a lot of cases, not all, but in a lot of cases, the best strategy to use to get the most money for your home and to sell it the fastest is probably actually strategy number 3, which is to price your home just below fair market value. Now, why on earth would you price your home just under fair market value? Why would you try to sell your home for less than it's actually worth? Well, the reason for this is because I actually call this third strategy the Black Friday pricing strategy. As you probably know, on Black Friday, everywhere people go barging through the doors at Walmart and Target and Best Buy trying to get the best deals on the new TV or the newest gadgets. And the reason that these stores get so much traffic on Black Friday is because these items are discounted and it causes a buying frenzy. And so the goal with pricing your home just below fair market value is to really create a buying frenzy where you're getting as many buyers as possible interested in your home. And the ultimate goal for this strategy is to get multiple offers on your home and drive the price up and potentially over fair market value. And what this looks like in reality is if you again have this home that should sell for fair market value at $1 million, if you're pricing it just below fair market value using this third strategy, you're pricing it at $975,000, $950,000, or potentially, if you're trying to be really aggressive, at $900,000. But I would typically recommend $950,000 or $975,000. And when I've seen this strategy used properly, it has the highest chance of getting your home into multiple offers, getting it sold that first weekend, and getting you the most amount of money. Now that we have those 3 pricing strategies in mind and you know which one you're going to use, how do you actually pick the number that you should price your home? Meaning, if your home is worth $1 million and you're pricing it at that, should you price it at $1 million or should you price it at $999,000? Well, my recommendation is to price it at $1 million in that example and to go with that hard price point. And the reason you may be tempted to price it at $999 is because that's what you see at the grocery stores. You see everything at $29.97 or $39.94. You see everything just below that next hard price point of $30 or $40. And that works when you're shopping at a grocery store. However, there's a big difference between shopping at a grocery store and shopping for homes, because buyers are looking online for homes typically on Zillow or Realtor.com or other real estate websites. And when they're shopping for these homes, they're looking at the website, they're pulling down the drop-down menus, and they're searching between $900,000 and $1 million, or $750,000 and $1 million, or $1 million and $1.2 million, whatever their price point is. What they are not doing is going on Zillow and saying,
I'm gonna look for a home that's between $394,000 and $526,243.
They're not doing that, and neither should you when you're pricing your home, because you want to set your home at those hard price points whenever possible, so that if someone is searching between, say, $750,000 and $1 million, your home shows up because you priced it at $1 million. And if someone is searching between $1 million and say $1.1 million, your home also shows up. Versus if you price it at $999 and someone is searching between $1 million and $1.2 or $1 million and anything else, they're not gonna find it. Okay, so now that you've priced your home and it's active on the market, how do you know if you actually priced it appropriately and it's not overpriced? Well, you can just look at the numbers. Ideally, you wanna get at least 10 showings on your home in the first week that it hits the market. And this is going to happen if your agent marketed it properly and you hit the right price point. Now, I typically say that this works for homes that are priced at $1 million and under. Homes that are multi-million dollars aren't necessarily going to get that many showings in the first week, even if you did price it appropriately, because there's just a smaller pool of buyers looking for those homes in the 7 and 8 figure range. So ideally, 10 showings in the first week. If you're only getting 1 to 3 showings in that first week you're on the market and you did all of the marketing appropriately and properly, well, then you know your home is about 8 to 12% overpriced. Now, if you did get showings, say you get 15 showings, but you didn't have any offers, then it's safe to say that your home is probably 5 to 7% overpriced. Now, this assumes that you have done everything else well, or at least your agent has, and has done all of the appropriate marketing steps to get your home out to as many eyeballs as possible. And I know it can be tempting to think, well, if my home isn't selling, my agent isn't marketing it properly. And while that may be true, if they are marketing it properly, no amount of marketing is gonna overcome a price that is too high. And you have to realize that if your home isn't selling, then the market is rejecting your home. Let me give you an example. Say that you're used to gas being $5 a gallon, but you're driving down the street and you see a new gas station that just opened up and they're doing so much marketing on that gas station. They're going out and they're putting balloons out there, there's confetti, there's streamers, there's all kinds of lights and music, and there's fireworks at this gas station. And they're advertising their gas prices at $8 a gallon. Let me ask you this. Are you actually gonna go pay $8 a gallon for this gas when realistically gas should only cost $5 and you're aware of that? Well, no one in their right mind is actually gonna go fill up their car at that gas station. You may go look at it and go see what's going on because it looks cool, but then you're gonna drive back down the street and you're gonna go fill up your tank with $5 a gallon gas. And the same thing applies to homes. No amount of marketing is gonna overcome a price that is too high. Sometimes you just have to reduce the price. And when it comes to making price adjustments on your home, you need to realize that if you have $1 million home, a $5,000 to $10,000 price adjustment really isn't gonna move the needle. You really need to start looking at $25,000 or $50,000 price adjustments. If your home is in that $400,000 to $500,000 range, then you can make a $10,000 to $15,000 price adjustment, and that's gonna have an effect. If you have any questions, you can contact me at the email on the screen. And as always, thanks for watching.